I've been going to the house of prayer. I've been doing this for about 2 years. And I've become very peaceful and restful and excited about what God's been doing in my life. Every Friday night we would go together and I lay at the foot of the altar and pray and ask God to become more intimate with me and to seek Him out. And then one Friday night, while we were at the house of prayer, we had a special guest speaker, and her name was Barbara. And Barbara was asking people to come forward because she wanted to pray for them. And I would see people get slain in the Spirit. Now, the truth is, I didn't believe that myself. I mean, I would see that on TV and think that that was not true. That was a fake. People were just doing that. And as I watched these two women get slain in the Spirit and listened to her prayers for them, I sat in the pew and I said, you know what, Lord? Please help my unbelief. If you have something special for me, please let me receive whatever it is you have for me. And when she asked me to come forward, she prayed for me. She barely touched me, and down I went. And I mean, I wouldn't have believed it myself, but there I was. And I laid there for at least 25 to 30 minutes. I couldn't even get up. It was like a sheet was laying over the top of me, that I could feel the pressure, but I couldn't move any part of my body. And then I saw a dove with my eyes closed. I saw a dove with its wings out and its tail out rest upon me. And I didn't have any idea. I just kept asking God, how long do I have to lay here? I mean, why can't I get up? Why can't I get up? And after the time was up, Barbara came over and she touched me again and she said, you can get up now. And I got up and I could hardly walk, just, stumbling back to the pew to sit down for a few minutes. So I thought, well, that was awesome, but I wonder what that all means. So the next night we went to Charlotte's house where we have Bible study on Saturday night, my husband and I. And I couldn't even tell you what the Bible lesson was about. All I know is as we sat there, something was wrong with me. I couldn't explain it. I couldn't get anybody's attention. I looked at the lady across from me and I kept taking off my watch and I would look around and I'm thinking, why doesn't anybody notice me? What's going on here? And when the Bible study ended, I said, all right, you're going to have to take me to the hospital because my hands are tingling clear up to my arms. I don't know what this is, but I think I might be having a heart attack. And two people from the Bible study knelt down in front of me and said, you have the gift of healing, put your hands on me. Okay, so I put my hands on them. My hands were so hot. People with sweatshirts could feel the heat right through my hands. I didn't even know what to say. I couldn't pray. I didn't know. I just put my hands on them and they prayed themselves. And as I'm talking to you right now, my hands are tingling. So, a few days go by and I don't really say anything to anybody. And then we come to the Bible study the next week and Marianne, who has trouble with a hip, they said, why don't you pray for Marianne? I said, okay. Still not very sure about what I should be doing. But I put my hands on her and I just asked God to loosen her muscles and for her to feel His presence and feel the warmth of the Lord and feel His healing. And when I was finished, she said, oh, your hands were so hot. I could feel that. And she walked across the room without any pain and walked out. And as amazed as I was, I thought, okay, what am I going to do with this? Well, I got so concerned and so caught up with people thinking, okay, so we're going to go to the healer and she's going to heal us. And I began to think in myself, Lord, what if they don't get healed? And I did some reading and I talked with some other people and I said, you know what? It isn't about you. It's about God. God chooses to heal who He heals. I've gotten a lot more bolder. He has provided lots of opportunities for me to pray for people. A colleague at school was telling me how her back hurt so bad she couldn't even sit in the chair and she was standing. And so I said, oh, okay, well, I'll pray for you. And I walked out of the room and he said, where are you going? Get back in there and pray for her. So I went back in, put my hands on her back, prayed for her. She says, oh my, that was really warm on my back. I came back at noon to her classroom. She was sitting in her chair. I said, how are you feeling? She said, My back feels so much better. It's not 100%, but oh my, thank you so much. I said, don't thank me. She goes, I know. Thank the Lord. So thank you for listening to my testimony.